Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Edgar from Solo Marketer here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create one of the simplest types of sales pages there is on System.io. And yeah, it's like a flash sale page, and it's great if you have a product that just needs a simple sales page today. This one, after some practice, you can have this done from nothing. You can have it done within like an hour. So it's really quick. It's really simple. It's really straight to the point. It works really well during times when people are in the so-called buying mode, like like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, pre-Christmas. There's other days where you can just kind of all you need is like a basic sales page, and then it just works best if you go straight to the point because people are already ready to buy. And to make your life even easier, I'm going to show you how to set it up from a free template on a free System.io account, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, spend any money, anything. I'll let you know at the end of the video where to find this template, plus a welcome email template, plus a course template, and how to connect all that stuff together as well. So stick around till the end of the video. So yeah, once you sign up for this template, which I'll show you at the end of the video how to get it, you will receive an email, which will look something like this. Let's just move my face away. There we go. So it looks something like this. It will have the sales funnel template, welcome email template, course template, and the instructional video, which is this video. Well, you can just kind of go through the video again. So what you need to do is it's pretty simple. You just click on each one of these, just like that. Just click on them. They will open in a separate tab each. So first one will look something like this. It will be under funnels, and it will be named Basic Sales Page 3. So it will look like this. Second one will be the campaign, which will be under emails, campaigns. This is the welcome email. We'll edit that. And the third one will be just a basic course template, just to show you what the functionality is like and how to connect it to the actual sales page. Actually, yeah, we can kind of start working backwards. Let's first take care of the course. Let's say you have a course, right? That's the first thing, and then we'll take care of the welcome email. Just kind of get that out of the way, and then go to the sales page, just so we have all the elements that need to be connected to it. So the first thing is the course, which is under products, courses. This is the one you claimed on a free account. You get one course, but you can make it as big or small as possible. You can have like different modules, different access levels, all that, but you can only do one. Same thing for email campaigns. You can do one campaign, but it can be 50 emails long if you want it to be. So yeah, let's go to courses. So this is the way I set it up. This is just a basic, let's say, a 5-day challenge, right? So yeah, before we dive in, you can go to settings. You can kind of edit all the small details: the course name, the instructor name, the description, the course cover, and also like the teacher's photo and logo. And it would be something like this. Let's just go take a look. So this would be the cover, this would be the name, this would be the instructor, this would be the description, right? So these would all be all these elements would show up in their student dashboard. So all that stuff can be customized within here. Also the colors, I think were someplace here. Let's go back. I think that has changed recently. Let's go back. Let's click on the course. It's actually view and customize theme. I think that changed a little bit as of recently. Edit theme settings. You can just change all the colors here. If you have any brand colors or you want to try something different, whatever, this is the default, which is not bad. It's nice and clean, but you can have your own colors as well, like make the buttons green or whatever. Oh, this is crazy. Let's do this. This looks slightly better. So, you can do all kinds of things. So yeah, let's go back. As for the course itself, you can see here you have two types of things you can set up. You can set up the modules, right, which are kind of like, I don't know, like the chapters in a book. I don't know what would be a great equivalent, but these are the modules, and these are the lectures or lessons, whatever you want to call them. So usually the way I do it, if it's like a simple course, have a module and all the course content, and then you can have like bonus content in the separate module. You can have all the lectures under one module. You can have, if it's like a really extensive course, like a 12-week program, you can have week one, all the content, right? Like week one video, week one bonus, week one worksheets, all that. And then you can have module two called week two. And then you can have all the week two content. So kind of the structure of it is, it's all up to you. But if you want to create new modules, what you need to do is you want to scroll down, add module, just name it, right? Name it whatever. And then under that module, once it's created, you can add a lecture. So you can click on add a lecture, and then you can just kind of work from there. Also, these ones, if you add a lecture, these are kind of like default formats. But if you don't want to reinvent the wheel every time, you just create one and then you can just duplicate it. What you do is you duplicate, confirm, just so you can keep the format. If you have like a really specific format you want to stick to, and you don't want to recreate it every time, you can just duplicate the previous lecture you did. But yeah, and as you can see, let's just click on one and then let's just go in, I don't know, day one, for example, right? Let's just go in, let's just quickly, it's basically like the page builder. It's really simple. What I would do is I wouldn't even, this is like too complicated. This looks like a landing page. I would just delete most of this stuff. Keep the video, keep the description. I don't know, it's actually, this just shows you like all the capabilities, all this stuff in here, but you can take most of this stuff out. What I would keep in here is the video, have a headline, kind of like the, you know, day one, and then the whatever the name is, right? You can kind of put in the name here. As for the video, if you click on it, you can have a direct link to like a YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, whatever, or you can have a upload file. You can upload it directly onto system.io. I don't think there's a limit for how many videos you can upload. There might be a limit for how big the video can be. Maybe. I don't remember. I've never had the issue of like going over a gigabyte. I know some other platforms have that limit, so I'm not sure. Maybe system.io has it as well. So honestly, I don't remember. And the third one is custom embed. That's more like coding stuff. It's nothing too complicated, but more things can go wrong if you embed custom code. So I would just go either upload file or direct link. And also controls on. Always have the controls on and autoplay off. Those should be, I don't know why by default the controls are off. So you can just click on a video and pause it, but you can't like skip back and forth. I don't think it's really practical for a course. It's better for like an evergreen webinar or like a sales page video where you want to keep their attention. But here you want people to go at their own pace. So I would have this on. Obviously, you can upload a thumbnail, just like a YouTube video, for example, and you can see all kinds of stuff here. You can edit the spacing, and have the video can have like a shadow around it and the border. So all that stuff, you can just kind of play around with that stuff. Nothing too crazy. Also, another one, the way I usually do it, if you have any resources that you want to add, like a worksheet for this video, for example. So I just drag in the two columns over here. I just drag it in. Then I do headline and button. So headline is, you know, download the X worksheet, right? So some sort of a worksheet, whatever its name is, and then you click on the button. You can just either open URL, which is, let's say, a Google Drive link. You can just put it in here, right? Just like a public link that you can share, or download file. This is the simplest one. Just like the video, upload your file to system.io from your computer. If it's on your computer, it's nowhere on the cloud. It doesn't have a link. You can just upload it here and it will be easily downloadable for them. Also, if you scroll down, this is the text, right? You can edit the text. The subtext is optional. You can either delete it or type in whatever. So again, your choice. Color, change the color to whatever is your branding color. Simple as that. The rest of the stuff is optional. You can take it out. So let's save the changes. Let's say you have this lecture done. Day one, you have it done. And then you see it's gray. It's inactive, as it says here. Once it's done, you want to activate it. Over here, hover over the three dots, activate, confirm. That way, it's public. So now if you want to go preview, view, and customize theme, this will show you the actual view, what the course looks like. You can only see day one. You can't see day two, day three, day four. You can't see the bonuses, none of that stuff. So this is, yeah, the video is supposed to show up, but there's no video. That's why it's blank over here. So this is very important. I've made this mistake once or twice as well. You just kind of post stuff and then you kind of edit stuff, make everything correct, and then you just forget to make them active. So yeah, always keep that in mind. Once you're done with the lecture, just make it active. And same goes for if you go back to the course level, make sure the status is active. I think I've had a case where it's inactive for whatever reason. Yeah, just make sure, double check that the green check mark is over here as well. So this is, yeah, once you're done with the course, we can go to the campaign, which is essentially one email that they're going to receive. This is optional, but it's kind of a nice touch. Once they buy something, you can send them an email to introduce to yourself. So yeah, let's just go. This is the only email within the campaign. Let's just go here, campaigns, right? This is the campaign name. You can rename it if you want under settings. Let's click on it. And this is a list of emails that we have. In this case, it's only one. So here it says, if we click on it, thank you for purchasing, right? This is the subject line, go edit. If we scroll down, if we actually click on it, we can edit the text. And here, just you can edit the, put in like replace the square brackets. Congratulations on your purchase of, your course name, right? You put it in here basically, and then the desired outcome. You kind of put in all the things that are kind of relevant to you and your course, right? And reach the desired outcome. For example, it's like let's say one of my examples is apartment gardening course. So the desired outcome is to have your to take your kind of your first steps and have your apartment garden set up in less than 7 days, for example, right? That could be an example for a desired outcome. And this is kind of pretty simple, just setting expectations. And also, yeah, expect an email. They will receive 2 more emails that you don't need to set up. One of them will be a receipt after they make the purchase, and the other one will be course access email. I'm just kind of warning them here that they will receive those emails. The second one is, if you have any questions, put in the support email, or just tell them to reply to this email. If this is also your sender email, is your support email, so that makes it easier. And yeah, any other important details, like let's say you have a Facebook group or follow me on Instagram. It has to be kind of connected with the course, but this is a good opportunity to kind of have like a call to action while they're waiting for that login email, which should be at the same time as this, but still. It's just a good opportunity to, let's say that, yeah, the group is connected to the course. There's like part of the, like there's a group networking aspect. You can ask questions there or whatever. Just definitely mention this here. And yeah, once again, welcome, name, all that stuff. So let's go out. Let's not save it. You obviously should save it. Send your email address. If you don't have that set up, you can just click on here and verify your new email. That's going to be under settings. That's like a more baseline, just like custom domain, all that stuff. That's like beyond the scope of this one. But yeah, as for this email, once you've done everything, written everything, save and test. Make sure to send it to yourself. Even if you've been doing this for 10 years, people always make mistakes. Even yesterday, I received an email from like a fairly known marketer who was just like, classic subject line, oops, the link was broken. Sorry, here's the actual link. It's just people make that mistake all the time. I see it way too often. You don't want to send out an email with a broken link. You just miss out. Like there's no point. There's like 50 people clicking on it. Maybe 1 or 2 people might report it, and you just missed out on all this page traffic. Same goes for like grammar. A little bit of a few grammar errors is fine, but if you wrote your email completely tired, then it's not a good look. If it's like a mess and people don't understand what you're trying to say, always save and test and send yourself a test email. Check it on mobile, see if the formatting is all correct and if there's like images and stuff. So always do that. And once that's done, save and publish, and just 0 days, which means it will trigger right after they buy the course. They will receive this email, and just click on activate. I can't do it because I don't have a sender email in my free account. But what it will look like is, if we exit, let's go back. Once you publish it, the status will be active. There will be a green check mark, just like the courses. Here, make sure we have the same thing. Okay, so now that we have the email, we have the course, we can finally go to the sales page, which is the main event. Let's go back. This is under funnels, right? Funnels, and this is the most recent one that we claimed. So the page looks something like this by default. Let's just close this stuff. This is the page. So the first things you want to do is, obviously, you go to settings, funnel settings, change the domain. If you have a custom domain, highly recommended, especially if you're posting on some social media sites. They're not going to like the system.io domain because, I don't know, a lot of people have abused it. So it's kind of like blacklisted or whatever because they've used this free one to do like scammy things. So some social media sites are going to be like, oh yeah, we don't accept system.io domain pages. So get your own for like a couple bucks a month, get your own custom domain, a basic .com domain, and just, connect it, replace it here. The name, that's in the back end, that's for yourself. Currency, US dollar if it's like all around the world, or make it regional if you're like selling only to Australians and it's obviously Australian dollar, Europe, euro, and, UK, British pound, all that stuff. So you can do that under settings. As for the page itself, once you have the domain, change the slug or path over here, / whatever. This looks really atrocious. I would make it something simpler, like, I don't know, slash book or whatever, slash course, or something more specific, slash, I don't know, gardening, for example, right? This is an apartment gardening course as an example. And just, yeah, have a simpler link. Same thing for the thank you page, gardening dash thank you. But make sure that it's all lowercase. It's not going to accept all caps. It's just not going to like it. It's going to say no. And also make sure to not use any spacing. So if you have several words, use the hyphen dash, whatever you want to call it, or the underline. I don't know what you call this thing, to connect the several words together. But yeah, that covers that. Let's go edit the page. So here we go. This is the page. I'm just going to quickly blitz through. It's pretty self-explanatory, all this stuff. So this is like an urgency element. Your discount is about to expire very soon. There's also a timer over here. That's like an urgency, right? There's not a lot you can do when it comes to scarcity with digital products, but with urgency, yeah, you can have a set deadline, and that, you know, like a quarter of your purchases or maybe half, depending on your audience, are going to be based on this urgency element. So don't just leave it out. That's some extra sales that, you know, give them a reason, give them like a deadline. A lot of people thrive on deadlines, basically, or they take action based on deadlines. This is, yeah, benefit driven, how to do this. The second line, the subheadline, it can be either like another benefit, or you can do something like, even if you're a complete beginner, or even if you have never done anything like this, or even if, like, just basically like a common objections, even if you have a low budget, just even if you, I don't know, you have a small windowsill or don't have a balcony, whatever the objections might be here, or there's not a lot of daylight in your room. All these objections, well, not all of them, but some of them can be put in here. So that's another way to do the subheadline. Image, this one, I think it was the image itself, the cover was created in Canva, the 3D version. I think now you can do it in Canva as well. I remember back in the day, it wasn't available in Canva, this 3D book cover thingy mockup. I just found, like, online, if you don't have Canva, either set up a free account, or you can do something like free book mockup creators. And there should be some free tools that you can create this, because it's a digital product, makes it more tangible. You know, it's not a pair of shoes. Then it's like, okay, these are the sneakers I'm going to be buying. But with digital products, it's a little bit tougher. So you want to kind of actually help people visualize what they're buying. It's kind of vague in that sense, right? There's no actual thing that they can have in their hands. So this is just a nice way. And also the page looks kind of nicer if there's like visuals like here, but they're not mandatory, but they help. So yeah, here's everything you're getting. Try to divide it up into parts. Ideally, you need to have, you know, if it's just a book, it's fine. But if you're selling a book, for example, even if it's a digital book, add in a couple bonuses, some guides, some cheat sheets, checklists, templates, whatever. Just add them in, and just kind of list them out. Quick descriptions. Don't give out all the information what's in there, because then people are going to know, and they're going to be like, I know everything, so I don't need this. Just keep it vague enough, but give them information on what's actually in there. And this is another kind of a classic marketing tactic. Assign perceived value to each element. So kind of, again, don't hyperinflate it. Maybe these are kind of high as well, but that's my perceived value, how I perceive how valuable these elements are. But put them in brackets. This is just kind of like what they could be as standalone products, what could be their value. And as you list them all out here, you can do either below these things, you can have it here like a total value, or you can have it here. It can either say usually or total value, right? You can say something like that as well. But today you're not going to pay anything near that. So today it's going to be only 97, 27, 47, whatever. As for the timer, click on the timer. Fixed time and date, that's the classic way. If it's evergreen, you can also do like daily, at this time it closes. Or you can do delay when they land on the page. In 30 minutes, the timer will run out. That's one way. But yeah, either way, let's go to fixed time and date. We can do a redirect. Once the promotion is over, let's say on a Tuesday evening, we can redirect the URL, and you just redirect them to like a page that says, "Oh, sorry, the promotion is over," or like a website that sends them back to your website or whatever page, right? Once it's over, it's over. So that's kind of a good way to do it. As for the form, this is a form element, two-step payment form. If you click on it, You can edit things here, basically the text, the colors, all that stuff. Just click around. That's going to take another half hour to go through each element. But yeah, just kind of step one, step two. So step one, you collect information, and step two is where they put in the credit card details. So this is good for if you want to do a cart abandonment series, where basically people fill out the first part and then they bail for whatever reason. They had second thoughts, or they got distracted, or whatever reason, right? You can reconnect it with these people if you collect the first part of their information and they don't complete the purchase, and you can send them back to this page, sort of retargeting in a way. That's called cart abandonment. Might have a video at the end of this one kind of explaining that as well. But yeah, that's simple. Here, just like why do this, outline the benefits. This is if you have anything. If you don't, make sure to collect these from people who have bought this before. So yeah, and start your journey. This one is kind of the basic copy, but yeah, you can put in like just basically why you should do it, like a last call to action, and frequently asked questions. If you know what questions they might ask, or it might anticipate certain questions, like does this have a money back guarantee, or is it just a one-time payment, or is it a subscription, or all kinds of things you can ask here that people just kind of outline them here, kind of like objections or some uncertainties that they might have. Just list them all out here. And obviously the colors, you can change them if you select like certain, either all of the text or certain parts. You can do this, right? You can do different sizing over here. You can do, if it's a headline element, over here, elements, you can have headline or text. These are headline elements. Text headline, text headline. This is a text element. And you can change their sizing over here. Right? You can do this one is bigger, this one is slightly smaller. Right? You can do all this stuff. Go play around with these elements. These require just your own like tinkering with them. These are hard to explain. These just you have to like check them all out. Also, the background element for the section. If you click on it, you can either add a background color or a background image. These are just like this one. It's really simple. It's not completely one color. It's like you can see there's like some gradient. I just found this online, like royalty-free website background images. Just you can do that, or you can do one color. Again, simple as that as well, just to kind of give it a little bit more color and contrast to emphasize like the main parts of this page. Once done, you can preview. Click on the eye icon. Here's your page. There we go. And if we go back, pretty much the last couple of elements are, you can scroll down. Let's say this is going to be a digital product. We want to set up the price point and we want to connect it to the course. So they actually, once they purchase it for a certain price, they get access to the course. So digital product, this is, essentially you just kind of, you just want to click on new, I guess, over here, the plus icon, a digital product name, right? Apartment gardening course, resources. So that's going to be the name. Resources are going to be, that's going to be the course over here, courses. This is the course you claimed and edited over here. And access type, full access, you just give them the full course. Partial access, if you do modules. So this is good with like a free account. If you want to sell different types of courses, but you can only do one, you can do one course, but it can have a bunch of modules and you can have different access levels. So let's say this one can have access to first two modules. You can have a similar course where you can sell access to modules 3, 4, and 5. Or you can have, another third one where you sell access to everything. Or this one can be access to module 1, like a low ticket offer, and then you can upsell full access, like all 8 modules. So you can do all that with partial access. And drip content, that is like you can do, let's say, daily drips, which in the course setup itself, you can just kind of set up the drip access. Like let's say every day you drip the next lecture. So this is more like sophisticated. I just usually for these ones, I just do full access and just give it all. Price plans. Again, this is really simple. Stripe, PayPal, whatever. Those are kind of Stripe, yes. PayPal, I think PayPal too. They're all free. They just take a certain chunk, like I don't know, 3%, whatever, out of each purchase. But to set them all up, it's free as long as you have a bank account that you can connect to that. Go set it up. Takes a few minutes, and then click on here to connect the payment gateway to your Stripe, PayPal, or different parts of the world, different payment processors. Go connect one, and again, it takes like a minute or two. It's really simple. Save it, and you can do coupons as well if you want. That just requires dragging in another coupon field in step 2 of the checkout form. And that's good for test purchases. You can create a coupon that's like 100% discount, and you can go actually test it out without spending any money and losing money on fees. So you can create a coupon here. Order bumps, that's a little bit more advanced. That's not for this one. But yeah, set it all up, save it. Can't save it here because there's no gateway connected. And yeah, that's the second last thing, I think. And then the last thing is automation rules. Add rule. And once a new sale happens, new sale, I'm going to hover over, edit automation rule, add action, and we want to add a tag, which we kind of didn't create actually. But if you want to go to contacts, tags, over here, you want to create a, let's just delete this. There's a limit of 1, so keep that in mind on a free account. So we can do something like apartment garden. So that's essentially just to mark people who have purchased, so you can exclude them from future promotions of this course, so you don't have to keep bugging them about the same thing. So I just kind of created a tag for that, so I can tag these people. So over here, it would be, back in automation rules, we would have 2 actions. One of them will be add a tag, which would be purchased the course. And the second one would be subscribe to campaign, which is the welcome email we created. This, save rule. Tagged, send them an email. So once they purchase, so they will receive 3 emails. Welcome email, course access email, and a receipt. Just kind of all the basic emails they should be receiving. But yeah, this is pretty simple. Go test it out with either make a purchase or just do a coupon and just make sure that everything works. If you did it all this way, it should be fine. But you know, with tech, you always need to kind of test things out. But yeah, this template, all these templates together, if you want them, if you don't want to reinvent things from scratch, from like a blank page, just go check it out below in the description. There's like this flash sale page template. You can sign up for free and create this on a free account. Everything is completely free. Just sending out emails is free because it's the limit is like 2,000 leads. So just go test it out, see how it works. See if you like it. I think it's pretty simple, but you have to test it out for yourself. And if you have any questions, comment below. I'll make sure to respond as quickly as possible. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.